Hello, I'm Will Sampson from CabinetMaker FDM magazine. We're in the shop today to talk about a really interesting new product. It's a nail, but it's a nail that's not made out of metal. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see it a little closer. These are called Raptor nails. They're made out of a composite material, basically a plastic, and these are 15 gauge nails here that we're looking at. And so they have a number of unique properties that might make them more useful in your shop. I'm told that they're really popular among CNC users now because they can use them to hold down parts rather than using vacuum or special jigs. They can just nail the parts down to their spoil board and cut through them with the router bits or whatever it is they're cutting with, and it doesn't damage the tooling and works real good. They don't rust, so they're potentially good for outdoor applications. As far as strength, according to the manufacturer, they have twice the tensile strength of holding it, but only half the shear strength. And some of my tests have seemed to prove that out. Let's see how they work in a few applications here. You have to use a special Italian Omer gun with them. And I've got these loaded up. And let's just look at a variety. I've got some scrap materials here, and let's just see what they do. This is pine, and these are 1-inch pieces that I'm going to fire. And of course my compressor comes on now. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that. Went right through the pine. No problem there. And I expect we'll have similar results with the other pieces. That was pine. Here's some oak. Right through the oak. This is some melamine. Let's see what it does with melamine. It's kind of interesting. Okay, it busted up the top here going through. So that's a little different. And then on MDF, again, goes through, breaks a little bit of the surface there. And finally on some plywood. Again, breaks right through. Interesting. So now let's try to simulate what would happen if you were going to use this for fixturing on a CNC machine. I've got a couple of pieces of, one piece of MDF scrap and another piece of plywood, and I'm going to put them together. I put lines on them, and I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to change over to, these were 1-inch nails. I'm going to change over to the 1.25-inch nails just for maximum power. That may not be necessary, but I'm just going to do it for an experiment. And first off, I'm going to just put in a couple of nails in various places to hold the piece on. And now we can see that it's on good. And then I'm going to put several nails right down the line that I have here so that we can see what happens when we try to cut through this piece. And what I'm going to use to cut through is the table saw here. Now this is not just a standard table saw. It's a saw stop saw. So saw stop saws have a automatic brake feature that's designed if the saw itself senses flesh, then the brake is activated and it stops the saw. The saw brake will also be activated if it hits any other conductive material like metal nails and such. Now these are not supposed to be conductive, they're plastic, so it shouldn't activate. We should be able to have a successful cut here, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to turn on my vacuum. Now you can see, I'll zoom in here. Yeah, I hope you can see there in the video that the Raptor nails were cut right through by the saw blade. Didn't stop it, didn't damage the blade, worked great, and still holding strong. It's a very interesting product. Definitely could be useful for a lot of different applications. Worth checking out. You can go to www.raptornails.com to find out more about it. I'm definitely going to look at some possible applications for it. Very interesting. You can find out more tool reviews and videos on our website at www.CabinetMakerFDM.com. That's what we've got for today. Thanks for watching.